If you've ever watched helplessly as pests devour your carefully tended vegetables, you're not alone. The frustration of seeing aphids cluster on your tomatoes or hornworms strip your plants bare can make any gardener question their methods. But here's the beautiful truth. Nature has already provided the solution. Through strategic companion planting, you can transform your garden into a self-defending ecosystem that keeps pests at bay without a single chemical spray. The dynamic duo tomatoes and basil. The relationship between tomatoes and basil goes far beyond their culinary partnership. When you plant basil alongside your tomato plants, you're creating an aromatic fortress that confuses and repels some of the most destructive tomato pests. The strong, distinctive scent of basil effectively masks the smell that attracts hornworms, aphids, and whiteflies to your precious tomatoes. This olfactory camouflage sends these hungry invaders searching elsewhere for their meals. What makes this combination even more remarkable is that basil doesn't just protect your tomatoes, it actually enhances their flavor. Plant basil between your tomato rows or in containers placed strategically around your tomato bed, and you'll notice a significant reduction in pest activity while enjoying more flavorful harvests. Marigolds, your garden's natural security system. Marigolds are far more than cheerful garden ornaments. These vibrant flowers function as a comprehensive pest control system, releasing compounds both above and below ground that create an inhospitable environment for destructive insects. The distinctive scent that marigolds emit naturally repels nematodes, aphids, and various beetles that would otherwise feast on your vegetables. The real magic happens in the soil, where marigold roots release biochemical compounds that actively kill root-eating pests before they can damage your crops. The Clever Carrot and Onion Alliance. One of nature's most ingenious pest control partnerships involves two humble root vegetables, carrots and onions. This combination works through mutual protection, with each plant defending the other from its specific nemesis. Carrot flies, which can devastate carrot crops, are naturally repelled by the strong sulfur compounds released by onions. Meanwhile, onion flies find the scent of carrots equally offensive. When planted side by side, these vegetables create a natural confusion system that prevents both types of flies from locating their preferred host plants. This simple strategy allows you to grow two valuable crops while naturally managing two different pest problems, demonstrating the elegant efficiency of companion planting. Nasturtiums, the beautiful sacrificial protectors. Nasturtiums represent one of the most clever strategies in natural pest management, the trap crop method. These stunning edible flowers act like magnets for aphids, beetles, and other common garden pests, deliberately attracting them away from your valuable vegetable crops. Think of nasturtiums as willing decoys that sacrifice themselves to protect your food plants. The ancient wisdom of the Three Sisters. The Three Sisters planting method, corn, beans, and squash, grown together, represents centuries of agricultural wisdom that creates a naturally pest-resistant ecosystem. This combination works through multiple complementary mechanisms that protect and nourish each plant while deterring pests. Corn provides vertical structure and support, beans contribute nitrogen fixation while repelling certain beetles, and squash creates living mulch that shades the soil and masks the scent of tender crops from searching pests. This holistic approach reduces the need for external inputs while creating a more resilient growing system. The diversity of plants confuses pests that rely on specific host plants, while the varied heights and textures create microhabitats that support beneficial insects. Chives, the small herb with a big impact. You might not think much of them at first glance, but don't underestimate the power of chives in your pest management strategy. These slender herbs pack quite a potent aromatic punch that effectively deters aphids, spider mites, and those pesky Japanese beetles from nearby plants. The sulfur compounds in chives create an invisible barrier that protects vulnerable crops like tomatoes and roses. And as an added benefit, chives produce these attractive purple flowers that serve as landing pads for beneficial pollinators. It's like having a dual-purpose plant that both protects and supports your garden ecosystem. Plus, their compact size makes them perfect for container growing or as natural borders around susceptible plants. Calendula, building your beneficial bug army. Instead of battling all insects, Calendula takes a smarter approach by recruiting nature's own pest control agents. These golden blooms specifically attract beneficial insects like ladybugs, lacewings, and parasitic wasps, which are the natural predators of aphids, whiteflies, and thrips. By providing habitat and nectar for these helpful insects, you're essentially hiring a biological pest control team. Plant calendula near crops like lettuce, peppers, or brassicas to establish this protective ecosystem. The flowers reseed readily and bloom continuously, providing ongoing support for beneficial insect populations throughout the growing season. Garlic, the underground guardian. Its pest-repelling power extends far beyond the kitchen. When planted strategically throughout your garden, garlic creates zones of protection against aphids, slugs, and cabbage loopers. The sulfur compounds that give garlic its distinctive smell and flavor are equally effective at deterring a wide range of garden pests. Plant garlic near lettuce, cabbage, or fruit trees to create natural protective barriers. And garlic also enhances the disease resistance of neighboring plants, providing dual benefits that improve overall garden health while reducing pest pressure. Mint aromatic defense for brassicas. Mint's refreshing aroma that we find pleasant is actually a powerful deterrent for many garden pests. The strong essential oils in mint naturally repel cabbage moths, flea beetles, and ants, making it an excellent companion for brassica crops like cabbage, broccoli, and kale. Because mint can spread aggressively, grow it in containers or well-contained bed sections near your vulnerable crops. This controlled approach allows you to harness mint's pest-repelling properties while preventing it from overwhelming your garden space. Learning from companion planting mistakes. Understanding which plants should never be grown together is equally important for natural pest management. Some combinations actually increase pest problems rather than solving them. For instance, planting beans near onions creates stress conditions that make beans more susceptible to beetle damage and rust diseases. Similarly, fennel inhibits the growth of most vegetables and can actually attract aphids when poorly positioned. Avoiding these problematic combinations ensures that your companion planting efforts enhance rather than undermine your garden's natural defenses. Research plant relationships before designing your garden layout to maximize the protective benefits of companion planting. Transform your garden into a self-defending ecosystem. Companion planting for pest control represents a fundamental shift from fighting against nature to working with it. By understanding and implementing these natural relationships, you create a garden ecosystem that maintains its own balance while producing abundant, healthy crops. The key lies in diversity, strategic placement, and patience as these natural systems establish themselves. Ready to revolutionize your gardening approach and say goodbye to pest problems forever? Subscribe to Smart Garden's YouTube channel for more organic gardening strategies that work with nature rather than against it. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to discover the power of companion planting, and let's build a community of smart, sustainable gardeners together.